Hello, I am Norman Lake. Today we will be going over how to create an action. You might have to create an action if you get a telephone call from a patient and it has to do with something that's non-clinical. To begin, you could select the patient on the schedule, or say it's a phone call, you looked up the patient, you could just get to them through the search button. Next, if you go into the hub, you can go to the action button that's down at the bottom. If you click on it, you have new action or view actions. You could click view actions if you wanted to see any actions that are currently active for the patient. So if you think it might be something that they've called about in the past, you could go there. Otherwise, we'll just hit new action. On the actions, you'll see at the top it went ahead and put in the name for the patient. Next we have action type. We're just going to skip action type. You don't need it. There are some options, but chances are it doesn't fulfill what you need for the action. Next we have subject. It is required to have something in this field. So if your subject isn't listed, I would just pick general. Next you have your assigned to. You can click the ellipsis or the drop down. Once you've selected your person that you want it assigned to, you can select the status. With the statuses, anytime you're creating an action, it's always going to be not started. You could also see that there's some other options, such as in progress, completed, overdue, or canceled. Next we have priority. You have low, normal, or high, and this dictates what color your jelly bean changes, depending on what priority you've made it. Next we have the due date. And selecting the due date, that will cause it to where this action basically just goes into hiding until that date. So no one's going to see anything about this action until October 15th, 2015, and Stacy Hall will be the one that's alerted about it. You could always go to the action in the hub and hit the view actions and see any outstanding actions for a patient. Next we have the notes section. If you hit add notes, you can type in whatever you need to type in. Whatever the message is about. Next we have recurrent action. For the most part, if you're getting a telephone call, this probably isn't what you'll be using. But it is here for you. You can put in when it was last due, when it was last done, and then for frequency you could put in whatever the frequency is that you want. So if you select this, after October 15th, it's going to remind you every 2 months. You also have your range of recurrence, which allows you to put in end after so many occurrences. So I want it to remind 4 times and then it'll stop. Or you could do a stop date. Just like that. We also have another tab, and it's attachments, so that if the action is in reference to a form of some kind, you could have that form attached. This concludes the actions. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. For any questions or suggestions, please email us at ecwtrainingquestions@palmettoprimarycare.com. Thank you.